know who this is? This is Captain Marvel. And today, on this video, we are going to build her together. She's difficult, she's fun, and you know what? She's pretty good looking for a miniature model. But, all that aside, we are going to put her together. And here I am. And we're going to put her together. This model is fun. The detail on these models are really good too. So, if you haven't checked it out, it's worth looking into. Marvel Crisis Protocol. It's a good board game. Can't wait to have her primed up, and we're going to start painting her. But in this video, we are going to build her. Before I get into it, I want to do a special shout out to Will at Torchlight Games and Hobbies in Burlington. If you guys are in the Burlington area, check it out. It's a great hobby store. Tons of stuff. They got all the greatest stuff in there, from AOS, Warhammer, Crisis Protocol, Conquest, which is a new game, Star Wars, all your hobby needs. Check them out. It's where I bought this game, and I'm not regretting it one bit. Alright guys, let's build Captain Marvel. So excited guys. So the first character that I am going to build from the Marvel Crisis Protocol game is Captain Marvel. It's the first one in the instruction book, so I said, you know what, I'll let the instruction book decide who I'm going to build and paint first. The game does come with a lot of bases. There is a bunch of small ones and 2 big bases. She does not go on to a big base, she goes on to a small base. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to cut these guys, or these pieces, off this sprue with some snips. Now some of you guys might have snips at home and you can see how small these pieces are. So they are going to be crazy. There's a lot of little pieces here. I'm assuming that this is part of the belt that's coming off. But we are just going to slowly snip with our snips, piece by piece, these parts off the sprue. So that's good, that's a piece. This is a very small piece, and I don't know what that is yet, but that is number 3. And you know what? Be careful guys, because it looks like there's a little nub that sticks into something on these. So you need to be careful on what you are cutting, and make sure you have your snips the right way. It's another little small piece. This is the rock that she will be standing on, I believe, from the photos. So I'm just going to knock that down. And this is the other half. So there's a lot to snip here. And you need to be very, very careful when doing it. The flashing is pretty good. Oh, that's her head. Her noggin right there. Alright, so I'm going to continue snipping these, and then we'll look at the pieces after I've snipped them. Okay, now that I have my pieces all over the place, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my hobby knife, and I'm going to go around each piece, and I'm going to start cutting off the flashing. So, or the mold lines, or little pieces that I didn't snip off when I was taking it off the sprue. I'm going to go around each little piece and kind of line them up and organize them by section, or what looks the same, right? So I'm just going to run along the edge, which would be a mold line, and just scrape with my knife. Look for any obvious sprue pieces that might be sticking out, and just try to have it nice and clean. So that's the stone. These little pieces are very difficult. They are part of her arm or leg, I believe, so you want to be very careful with this. Just scrape slowly, a little bit at a time, until you get off what you need. That's like a little arm. This is a hand and a forearm. So very careful and just scrape. Just a little bit at a time to make sure you don't wreck the design. Anyways, I'm going to continue cleaning the mold lines and the flashing off of these guys, or these pieces, and we will start gluing this bad girl away. Alright, now that I've got the flashing all cleaned up on this, all the mold lines, I'm going to start gluing it together. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue the atom. So you can see the back piece that has a few little holes in here, so it's good. We're just going to take our model glue and we're going to dip a couple of drops in here, and a little bit on this side, but not too much. Try to be careful. Now we're gonna grab the, so that's the back, this is the front. We're just gonna line up the nubs with the holes. And press. So it's a bit of a tight fit. We're just gonna line them up, and we are going to squeeze nice and tight. Alright, so now we got that. There's a bit of glue sticking out of the neck, but that's okay because we're going to put the head on next. So we're going to take the head and we are just going to pop that in there, hold it into place for a little bit. Alright, our head is in, and we are going to let that dry just for a couple of seconds while we start gluing some other pieces on. So we're letting the top half glue. While we're waiting, I'm going to do the legs. There's a little hole on the right leg, right around the buttocks area, and another nub over here, and it lines up so that you have another solid piece that'll stick in to the abdomen. So I'm going to hold that tight, those two legs together. We'll keep that going. She's got a cute bum for Captain Marvel. I don't know if that's weird because it's a model, but whatever. So I'm just going to let that dry for a little bit. Make sure it's straight. That's good. So we're going to put that off to the side and we're going to let that dry. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to take the stone. The stone's got one little hole right in the middle and some flat spots, so we're going to take the rock and just glue around the edges, and we're going to take the other half of it and we're going to stick it together. That went on nice. We're just going to hold that tight. Okay, and that should be good. Now we're going to see if this is good. What we're going to do, in the book it tells you to glue the hands together first, but I'm going to find that if I glue the shoulders on first, then it's going to be a little bit easier for me. So I'm just going to drop a little bit of glue up here. The trick to this is the little pieces I was talking about actually have a flat spot on them when they go in. So I'm going to take that and line it up. Right there. That fits in perfectly. Excess done. It's plastic glue, not skin glue. That's good. So that back arm comes out just a little bit. And we'll put some glue on the other one. Just there. And then take that. That's going to fit in. Just like that. Alright. I'm going to let that upper half dry for a little bit, and then we'll come back to glue the rest of her. Okay, so it might be dry enough for me to start gluing on the arms. So the first one I'm going to do is this arm here. I'm just going to put a little bit of tab on there, and this is going to be some holding time. We're going to find a good position to hold her, and find where that nub goes, and just hold. That's good right there. Right, and now we're going to do the same thing to the other one. Just a little little bit of glue. And we are going to take the fingers here and do the same thing. Just like that. We're going to be very careful. This is a very, very delicate model. It is crazy how delicate and small these pieces are. But we got the top half now. And we are just going to put this down. Should I attempt to do the bottom? Why not? You know me. Just want to get her done. So let's put some glue on the nub here and just around the sides. And hopefully this will just slide right in without giving me any issues. I think we are okay. It's going good. You know, the pieces are very delicate, but you know what? If you clean your mold lines and you do it right, they fit good. They do. She looks awesome. I can't wait to paint her. She's in. They are sculpted really nice. Like, she is awesome. Good job. Alright, so the other thing we are going to do is she's got her belt and it kind of comes around here, I believe, just like this. So we are going to glue that. We're going to put the glue right here. Now we are going to take the belts. There's a little slot on her leg. That we are going to fit this into. Just like that. Sorry. Just like that. So it fits nice. So just gonna go in there. Now we are going to carefully take her and we're going to glue the back end of her foot, which there is another nub sticking out here. And that goes into that big rock that she is hovering on. And we're just going to hold this tight to that rock until she sticks. Such a cool model. And this will eventually go on this base. So I will glue on the bottom of this stone. Find a good spot for this to go. Like right in the middle. that's her, guys. Straighten out a little bit. Nice. And that is us building Captain Marvel. She looks so cool. We are going to let this dry for a while, and then we are going to prime it, and then we're going to paint her together. Cool. Hope you enjoyed this building Captain Marvel video. Thanks guys, hit like and subscribe.